Here I am at Archie Park, Waverley, the home of the Brereton Hawks and the mighty Saints. This ground brings back some great memories. Season 1985, when the Footscray side was beaten by only 10 points by the Hawks in the preliminary final. Talk about memories. Sit back now and watch the best of the Footy Show, season 1995.
To the Footy Show for season 1995. And geez, it may be February, but already there's been plenty of action in the world of football. Gee, since the last time we saw you, you've got a new team in the Fremantle Dockers. Plugger's gone to Sydney. Roosie's become a Swan. Doomie's become a Magpie. Hawks become a Lion. And Alan Jakovic has opened his own franchise, actually. It's called Hungry Jakovic's at the moment. Now, Sam, what are you doing here, mate?
Sorry, mate, I'm just trying to work out... I'm applying for the job as the accountant at the Swans, and I'm just trying to...
You got Roosie in there?
Roosie's in there. Gee, look, I'll have to go... This is their marketing, the Swans. This is the new calculator the Swans are marketing. I'll get me right fingers in there. This is a winner. Now, Ross Lyon, surely 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, hang on, we'll have to go to the subsidiary calculator. 6, we can't fit in.
Oh, God, we're going to try and count the 21 for us.
Actually, I have been studying the budget, Eddie. I see there's a new maternity allowance out, $816 from the 1st of February. Now, by my calculation, it's June, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 9 months till the 1st of February. I reckon half the nation are watching this show from a lying position as we speak. And if you got her up on blocks, if you got the missus up on blocks, at the minute, just go easy on the Jason recliner. In fact, see if you can start it and end it during the commercial breaks. We don't want you to miss anything. Michael Jackson and his lovely wife, Lisa Marie Presley, go through the hoops on, well, I think international television, wasn't it?
Yes.
And very lucky we got the interview, because not many people know this. Michael nearly drowned a couple of weeks ago. He fell off a ship just off Manhattan Island there and was too afraid to yell out for a boy. And... I actually do play a bit of tennis. Now, this is absolutely fair income. The reason I don't play tennis, Trevor, this is fair income, is that at boarding school I used to dabble in tennis, and I was running past the tennis courts at school, this is fair income, and a ball bounced over the 12-foot high cyclone fence there, and in those days they were £1.5, and I put the ball in the pocket of my shorts and I ran on and I was a bit fatigued, and I stopped at a bus stop where some female orderlies who'd cleared up after the evening meal were waiting to get the bus to go back into Geelong, Doug. And the woman saw the lump in my pants and she said, "What is that?" And I said, "It's a tennis ball." She said, "I know what you're going through. I had tennis elbow once."
No, Sam.
No show.
Where's Sam?
What are you done doing, Jason?
Here he is.
Sorry about that, Eddie. I've been down in the Western Oval, mate. Just got back. We covered the Hawthorn-Footscray game down there, and the doctor said you've got to cover up. He said it ballooned to 11 degrees. In fact, it got to 8 there at one stage of the last quarter, and he said if you go any more in the heat like that, he said this could be the end of your life.
Quick, you just stand up again. Why? I mean, some people do it, and that's fine. Some people don't. But why is one leg shaved and the other one not? Can you stand up and show
I'm
us?
still deciding which way to turn. Roland has got me in such a state, I'm not sure where I am.
I just wanted to ask Jace off the top, how many times have you heard the phrase "suki suki la la" this week?
Sam, is it true that the bed's got hydraulic springs or what? How are you feeling, mate?
Oh, I'm feeling tremendous, and don't be a smart ass, please, Doug. No, it's,
workbench there, Sam.
no, it's been tremendous. It's always a tremendous sensation to have your leg cut open and spend the next 5 days on your back, so I feel just $1 million, Eddie.
Well, the worst thing about it, Sam, when we crossed you there, half the ladies in the audience here said, I remember that too.
Oh, yeah, right. Actually, hang on, just a minute. This is just a... I feel like I've been here with Craig Kelly most of the week. The old nipper, the old pincher himself, so I'll just put that over there.
It's not crabs.
We would have thought you would have had a bevy of nurses around you looking after you.
No one, not a person. I've been here for 5 days on my own, stumped up here.
Excuse me. I've been here the whole week looking after you. The whole week. What do you want me to do with your crutch?
Well, if I give you one piece of advice, don't do anything with my crutch. And I told you not to come on camera while we were doing the show, right?
Why? You embarrassed.
Roland, what the hell are you doing there?
Well, it's Thursday. I came to give him a hand. It's Thursday. See, all his girlfriends are busy doing their homework. I thought they called you Donkey because of your ears.
That'll be all, Roland. Thanks. We'll have to rock him to break the suction.
I don't think Kevin Sheedy would have even thought about matching up Roland Roccacelli with Sam Newman, but Rocky, you're over there and mate, we've made you a superstar, haven't we?
I've become the sort of show mascot, haven't I?
You have indeed.
The only thing I haven't done is leap out of a cake.
Oh, we'll have to get one for you. Now, Sam, your reputation as a man about town has been severely dented.
Well, I've become a very big man about town with Roland, and a lot of the people he associates with Roland. Took us, well, I think a month, conservatively speaking, to get you out of my house. The time you came around there, actually got under the quilt with me.
Now, Sam, you didn't want me to go. That's the real truth.
Shocking, isn't
Actually, after I'd been on the show, there were all those phone calls to the radio station in Perth because they were very concerned. There was 2 days of talkback and they were most concerned. And women were ringing in and saying, we didn't know Sam was gay. And I said, they only had to ask me. I would have told them.
She's going, well, steady down, Roland, all right? Don't overdo it, son, or I'll come over there and knock you out, all right?
Promises, promises.
Well, this is how well I'm going. I can't even get a car park at Channel 9. I've got a double park. But not so some of the stars, some of the sirens that make the world go round. The talent. Oh, no, not a bit of it. This is what happens, apparently, when you make it big at the network. The Taj Maguire, Eddie's little piece of space here, the full-length mirror. But that is not its final resting place. It'll be stuck onto the ceiling over here. And the final colour scheme going in. What colour, boys?
Mountain mist.
Mountain mist, how beautiful. These are the swatches, maybe just to match up with these flesh tonings here. This is soundproofing. This was what the soundproofing will be blown through, just to muffle the screams in case it frightens the neighbours. But you ain't seen, just pardon me. You ain't seen nothing yet. Just come through and have a look what's in here. Well, this has been the priority in construction here, the engine room where all the big decisions are made. This is the workbench, the desk here, new low-style desk, which is very, very important. And, of course, the mirrored ceiling theme has been consistent throughout the complex. And here's the think tank. This is where all the great ideas, those opening lines like, what another big week in sport and football it's been, start from, right out of this tank. And this is Eddie's secretary, Divine, or Brownie as we call her. She's there to take Eddie's dictation. Meanwhile, I'm still double parked. It would be a good idea if we got them all to wave when you announce them, because could we recognise any of them?
Well, I recognise my mother, but that's all
your
that
dad we're worried about. You recognise him.
Well done to the girls from Victoria who gave South Australia a nice old belting in the National Grand Final too, so well done. We'll talk to the girls a bit later on. Sorry, Sam?
Superbox, how appropriately named that is.
He can't jump much no more, so he grabs him and just puts it. He can't jump.
He wouldn't have did that, Dougie.
No, he never done that. You're trying to put words in my mouth.
You never done that. You're just going to ask him.
I want to say what I want to say. Now, I'm totally disillusioned. Disillusioned with the system.
It's actually 6.
No, that's 5.
Trevor,
Right,
you
so-
can't count,
no,
you can't
okay,
talk,
okay,
you're a
hang on.
spastic.
And I'm looking forward to going there, maybe up in March, to go to Nauru, have some of the birds takings. Birds, manure. Manure, that was the word.
I've actually
manure.
been in Nauru, Dougie. It's a
What was
lovely
that?
place.
The bird takings, is it?
Birds,
Droppings.
manure.
That's the name.
Manure, that was it. Manure.
A bloke who's caused a little bit of, talk around the streets, Mr. Namua himself. Dougie Hawkins, go, Doug.
Matter of fact, Eddie, during the week I've had numerous people come up in the streets. I've had letters from kids
They haven't
asking
been
me to explain what I wanted to talk about last week.
Yeah.
The word I wanted to say last week was excrement.
What?
Excrement. The fact is, Sam, the mail is that you talk a heap of excrement.
What the hell are you talking about? Excrement. What are you talking about? Excrement.
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 Can you pronounce it?
Excrement, isn't it?
Manure.
Excretion.
Manure.
I got a letter about that.
You got it.
That's the word, manure.
I've got a letter about that. Now, I just want to show you a letter someone wrote in about that, but I just wanted to read this out because this was apropos to last week's show, as a matter of fact. Just listen to this. I am a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah?
Adriana Dougie. Do you believe that?
Adriana Dougie? Dougie, how are you, mate? Pleased to meet you, Dougie.
Oh, God.
How did you get Dougie? How did they call you
I really
Dougie?
don't know.
Do
I
you
don't think
smile
I
like me,
do.
or do you talk like me? Do you
Yeah,
ask
no.
questions? Do you ask questions?
No, I don't ask.
She asks.
You do go ask.
I don't.
Can you say
I can say Namua.
what can you say?
Namua.
Manure.
Namua.
How do you say it again?
Namua.
That's not right. That's not right. You say it manure.
Can you believe it? Everybody's releasing a book at the moment. Here it comes. Oh, what a catch. It's the first one you've held for about a month.
Well, and of course, Eddie, it's called Hawk Manure. And it's about all the funny stories on and off the field.
Not really, because Billy's been reviewing it.
It's a good book, mate. I've been reading it, and look at this one. This maze. This is a bit hard to do. This maze here. And to join the dots, mate. I was trying to join these dots. It's a lovely little candlestick. So it is a very good buy, but there's some great mazes, and you got to colour in these things, and it's a magnificent book.
Billy, get off.
I really like the book.
Hawk Manure. Get hold of it, it's great.
Let's go back to 1984 and Channel Rex in the old world of sport, and guess who's here?
Do you think it's fair enough for a side to pick players for certain conditions? I think that's a reasonable part of football.
Yeah, I think so, Sam, yeah.
You've done well there, yes, thanks, Doug. Well, what about the game, at the start of the game, what instructions did the coach give you? And if he gave you those instructions, did you not follow them for you to fall down toward the end of the game?
Yeah, we started off very well, but we start off very well, but we do get complacent.
I didn't see the humour in that question, but obviously it was amusing. Doug, what instructions actually did he give you? What did he say to you at three-quarter time regarding the game?
Just to keep going. Keep going.
I don't know what I've done here, Jack. We're going
You don't let me see it, do you? Here we are, doing a street tour. Surprise, surprise, surprise. And here we are in the Footscray Mall, the place and the town where I lived all my life. And to you, Sam, I want to show you what the real Footscray people are all about. There you are. Now, no, hang on.
You don't get celebrities like me every week, Dougie.
We don't get celebrities every week now.
Nah, you can range around the mall looking for people like me, and I just happen to stroll through. Can I have your money, Dougie?
Now,
he's got celebrities. And he's getting big money for doing this. I remember when he was a kid, when he was 8 years old, they used to kick his ass.
Would you do me a big favour? Would you do me a big favour? Sam's at home in bed at the moment.
Oh, is he?
He's had his ankle operated on, and he's not feeling too well at
Isn't
the
he?
moment. No. Would you like to give him just a little kiss for me?
No way, I'll give him 2 black eyes.
Black eyes. Auntie. Auntie Rosemary, how you been, darling?
See you on the Footy Show on Thursday night. all the footy footballers had the giggles.
How the Bombers going, you reckon?
Good.
You love Mark Harvey?
Yes, good.
What do you think of Sam Newman?
Oh, that idiot.
That idiot. Gee, this is getting hard. I might just use one of Sam's lines. Hello, madam, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I must tell you what magnificent breasts that you do have. Jeez. That Sam get away with all this. Unbelievable. It's a very fine line of charging and getting there late or pulling out.
Yes. What do you say?
Well, if you can pull out, you pull out. You just don't go right through. You don't go right through the player.
I think we'll move on to the first game now. Rails. Hang on, Rayleigh.
We only see him for an hour and a half. You've got to live with this.
If you want to see some more highlights, have a Captain Cook of this.
Some very popular desserts going around the AFL at the moment. There's the Adelaide turnover, and this is the Sam Newman tart. As you can see, it's not very well developed at this point. Is that our Keno girl, Nikki McCarthy, up in the box there?
It is, and
she's waiting for the ball to drop. She's at the wrong end.
Seem to be punching too much. He'll be sent straight off in the opening minute of the game. I mean, it's a bit like the Australian rules.
But it was very sensible umpiring here. If you had to send off one, you'd have to send off the lot, and then if you send off the lot, 53,000 people would have been disappointed, Sam.
No one was sent off, is that right?
Oh, left hand.
No one was sent off?
One from each.
One from each?
Yep.
One from each.
Trevor, what did you think of the fight?
Oh, look, you can tell they didn't want to hurt each other. They just hit each other in the head. Further to the Craig Kelly incident this week, the AFL have issued some new guidelines, which we have, as to player conduct in the field, and there's been a number of activities which are now banned, as well as the pinching.
Oh, yeah, like
banned,
what?
from now on are the Chinese burn, the nipple cripple, out, the horsey bite and the bum stinger also out, and the wedgie. And players are only allowed to pinch and punch on the first of the month. And Sammy, if you're still watching there, mate, next time Roland takes your temperature, make sure it is actually a thermometer, all right?
When you're talking about the bird kingdom, I do have something for you, Sammy. It's a long time over summer, and there was a beautiful article that came out.
Unprepared, this.
This is totally unprepared. Now, can we get a hone in here of Sammy in the car there? Look at the cheeks sucked in there, Sammy. You're going real hard for the shot here. I'll just read a quote here. With the windows up and that deflector in place, your hair doesn't move at all, said Newman. And further than that, you go on to say, the women love it.
Oh, I did not say that.
Sammy, it's there. Look, there it is. The women love it.
Who wrote that?
You. There's a word. There's a description for you, Sammy, and it's called a try-hard. That's what you are, Sammy. A try-hard.
Yeah, I thought he was quite good.
You've been to a lot of football. It's a pity you can't go to one of your own games shortly.
Thank you, Sammy.
What about,
Probably put in as much over last week as you did over your last 50 games.
What, with those little pins?
Sitting on the bench, I reckon I've had more airtime on the ground in my last 2 years than you have in your last 5.
I wouldn't bet on it, Dermot.
Sitting on the bench until time on to the last quarter.
Yeah, just break
to get your 300.
Losing,
Dermot?
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, he'd be really good for the young fellas around the club, but it's rather interesting that Collingwood would pick him up. I mean, they've already got one old, slow, would-be if he could be tough guy, now they've got 2.
Well, this is Hawthorn's quaint idea of getting to know one another. A masochistic bonding session down here at Cerberus. And what better people to bond with than the great man himself, Jason. you getting anything out of this at all? Anything constructive, Jason?
Very good for team bonding, Sam.
And you're done bonding with people like the Rat. Where is he? I saw him.
He's just there. He's looking forward to the mud run, actually.
And what the...
He's going home.
The bearded twins, mate? You are trying to take on a new Australian image in the Andre Agassi style?
No, not really. Just a little bit of off-season fun.
And how's the old arms, mate? Pumped up? Strongest man in the league, they reckon, aren't they? Well, so you're telling everyone.
You said this was going to be a sensible interview.
Come on, Rat. Look as though you're enjoying it, mate. Oh, have a look, eh? Miss Saigon is beautiful to see. The meaning of the word cretin. He's right here. I feel like we've run into the Aboriginal team from Darwin. Going over to join Michael Long at Essendon. You've got to come in here one day and we'll play horse. I'll play the front half and you just be yourself. Robert, this is Robert, incidentally, who said to his wife he didn't want her to speak to the milkman because he'd overheard the milkman saying that he had made love to every woman in Robert Street except one. And his wife said, I bet it's that stuck-up bitch in number 32. You are all a bunch of sexist pigs. Get a female on your show or else. Good God. I rang Boot. Some of the lads you reckon you weren't even good in the bedroom. This woman is so frisky that she's got landing lights on her stomach. Among other things, so what if Dougie cannot say your name manure? I love the Footy Show and can't wait for the day when someone better than you comes along and knocks you square on your ass.
A letter here, thank you to the staff of the Annette Bradshaw Real Estate. They sent me in this local ad from Adelaide. Now, if we can get... I think we've got a shot of that upstairs. If we can get that put to where Lanes presents special guest speaker Sam Newman. Now, tell me what kind of establishment is Lanes, Sam? And what will you be speaking about? First thing that pops up, Sam. Or... What's going on?
Sam, will be 2 points I'll be making, Dermot. I must say, Eddie, that we appreciate all the letters we got. We got tens of thousands of letters this year, and most of them are complimentary. We only read the bad ones out, and this probably epitomises it all. This is from Unley in South Australia. South Australia, geez, did you send some entries in? Dear Sam, you may ask why we are writing this letter on a roll of toilet paper. It's so you can wipe your mouth clean of all the filth and excrement which spews forth on a weekly basis on the Footy Show. Every week we are subjected to a barrage of thinly veiled insults, innuendos and smut from the likes of Trevor... You've got a gig here, Trev. Trevor Marmalade and yourself. You are a disgusting individual with the IQ of a castrated ferret. If you were part of a toilet, you would be the S-bend. Your narrow-minded, egotistical drivel disgusts us all, and it would give me great pleasure to fart in your general direction. Yours sincerely, Big Jessie. P.S. We really think you're a legend, Sam, but we are also willing to do anything to get on TV, and that was about the strength of it. And Jessie, incidentally, this is from a woman who's been boarded more time than South Australian Rail. We appreciate all the letters. We thank you for your support, and we were only being serious when we slagged you unmercilessly, or is that mercifully?
Mercilessly.
Mercilessly. Thank you very much, Eddie. So these are the lookalikes.
Yes,
I've got them there.
remembered,
I've got them
finally.
written down here. There's a whole...
The best of the lookalikes.
The best of the lookalikes. Now, firstly, this is Gary Ablett. And this is Inspector Blakey from the buses. I got you this time, Butler. This is Neil Baum. And his very, very lovely counterpart there, Joan Kerner, ex-Premier of the state. Mill Hanna. And
Casper the Friendly Ghost. Now, this is Dermot Brereton. And, I think that's Dermot Brereton again. That's a girl called Muscles. This is Ned Kelly. And Mr. Bundy.
Al Bundy.
Al Bundy. Alan McAllister. And some woman that they found in the crowd. And this is probably the pièce. This is Darren Buick, and James Hurd is responsible for this. This would have to be the winner.
Don't tell me Neil Bissey's gone soft. If he thought there was something to answer for, well, they had to answer for it, he would rub them out, there's no doubt about that.
I don't think Neil was on last night, Sam. I think he might have had a spell last night, because if he was on last night...
He wasn't on, he was busy.
The boys cranked me up to say that my one ambition left in footy is to play against Neil Bissey's son. But that was the boys cranking me up to say that. That's not true, Mr. Bissey.
All right. And tonight in the Super Box, some very special friends of the Footy Show. They are the Angels from St Kilda. Let's hear it for the Angels. Good on you, ladies. And Sam, that looks like a very familiar face in the front row there. Does anybody there remind you of somebody?
Christ, they look like Pluggers Whippets. I don't know about the Saints Angel. That lady in the front there, I use the term loosely. Haven't we spoken before, madam?
We have.
Hang on, well, let's just see where... Cast your mind back to last year.
Too.
And one of the great Street Talks. And by the way, Street Talk will be back when the regular season gets underway, of course. But let's go back to Street Talk last year with Sam Newman, when I think he was trumped best of all.
Don't think I'm one of those dills you pick up, because I'm not. That's all you do. You pick up those that you think are non-compass. And I'm not like that. I'm not stupid.
Yes. Let's hear it for Ivy Moyle, Sam. Now, I think Ivy stitched you up good and proper last year.
She did. You were sensational, Ivy. You a self-made woman, or does someone else have to take the rap for that?
I'm not like you, Sam.
Actually, I've only been here 4 months, but feel like I've been here 12. It's been terrific.
And a big weekend coming up with the Mardi Gras up in Sydney. You'll be looking forward to that, boys.
We're just actually working what sort of outfits we're going to wear this weekend.
You might have to change your nickname, though, Tony, I think.
I'm going to go as Arnie
Just as well you're playing in Canberra against Hawthorn. You're looking forward to the hit out there, Tony.
Yeah, I'd cut a good figure out in a pair of suspenders, wouldn't I?
There's a new, apparently, Plugger, there's a new gay church up there. There's a bit of a difference. Only every second person kneels. So you want to keep well away from all those activities. Anyhow, it's great. You're looking very, very relaxed anyhow.
I thought we nearly got away with it for a minute.
Oh, dear. Looking very relaxed, Tony.
See, the show's gone a bit upmarket from last year.
What's that, Paul?
I said it's good to see the show's lifted its image a bit from last year.
Well, I was just saying, Tony, won't call you Plugger, not up at this stage of the day.
That'd be a good nickname come Mardi Gras time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly, and you've just got that.
So you look like Clark Kent during the day, and then you turn into Madman on the field. Yourself, Johnny Worsfold, have the nice glasses, butter wouldn't melt in your mouth, and then bang on a Saturday, away you go.
Well, I heard it helps the IQ. I know Sam was just talking about the IQ. I think I've got about an IQ of 24, but put the glasses on, I get about 124.
Now, Guy, you're not just getting ready to go out to some kind of Mardi Gras, are you, with all that stuff on? What in the hell you got that on for?
Mate, what have you been eating over there? You look bigger than Dermot.
I'm not that big, am I?
Mate, you're huge.
No, it's these needles they throw around to the change room.
Yeah, Guy, if I can just quickly interject there, I just want to ask a serious question. It was touted and it was rumoured that once when the drug testers came down to Subiaco once, all the Eagles players, 3 or 4 of them, ran to the other side of the oval, jumped over the fence and ran off and weren't tested. How true was that?
Not completely true. There's about 3 or 4 that did jump the fence and bolt. But
only 3 or 4.
Just before we go, Trevor Marmalade.
Yeah, Guy, could you get down in front? You're ruining the view here.
Okay, let's go now to find out who is the thinking man's footballer. It's now time for our new segment called Brain Strain.
And let's meet our contestants for this evening. From the left, Tom Hafey. Yes. Billy That's just a sensational sign. Just as well they got my good side, eh? All right, fellas. Now, and very subtle product placement there too. Very well done to the guys.
Just a minute, Trevor, please.
Yes.
Is that a mirage or am I seeing things?
Well,
Tom,
exactly.
I've never seen you in a suit ever. For God's sake, man, don't step out of character now.
I was conned. I was told this is not the world of sport. Make certain you wear a suit.
No, give us
and I look around and have a look at the rest of the players.
Get it off, Tommy. Come on.
Well, I did wear the T-shirt underneath.
Yeah, get on there, Tommy.
Is actually about 16 years old.
Just stop at the T-shirt, Tom.
Sammy says that a lot too.
Sorry.
Well, that's about all the time we have for Brain Strain. Let's just firstly, I'm supposed to be a quiz master, and where's my podium? I have got no podium. I need a podium here.
There's one coming.
Got the boys here.
Here we go.
Bring on me a podium. Well done, Billy. Gone to a lot of trouble there. All right, testing the buzzers, boys. Firstly, Tommy. That'd be a slurp of a cup of tea.
I've definitely been set up here.
That's right. Tommy's sound is the slurping of tea. Very nice. Billy? And James.
The baby bombers.
Yeah, baby bomber. Okay. As for the rules, let's just make them up as we go. All right. First question here. Which AFL player has a Bart Simpson tattoo on his backside? Tommy.
Dougie Hawkins.
Maybe Tommy knows something we don't there, Dougie. No, incorrect. Anyone else want to buzz in here? You can still buzz in. No, the correct answer there is Anthony Rock.
From
Anthony
North
Rock.
Melbourne.
And scores dead level at this point. We could be back here next week. What are the colours of the Fremantle Dockers? James.
Blue, white and green.
Have a look over there.
More information, please.
Quick, have a look. Cheap.
Maroon.
Cheap. Purple.
I don't think we accept that. I think we'll take purple, white, green and red.
Purple, white, green and red.
Okay, who is the... You're on fire, Brill. Okay, who is the only AFL player to have a grandfather and father play AFL/VFL?
Alan Hurd. James Hurd. Grandfather coached St Kilda. Played with Hawthorn.
Hey, James, how do you feel about missing out on your question?
I was going to say, Tom, you could have only got one answer.
Jim, do you feel worse at missing that one or the fact that you couldn't identify the colours when you're actually looking at them?
That would have been cheating, sir.
All right, fellas, look at your monitors and identify who's hooter. First in, James?
Tom Hafey.
Tom Hafey is absolutely correct. There's the payback. And do we have a look at that whole photo? We got the whole photo show? No, I don't think we do.
There it is, there it is.
And there is Tom. And looking good there, Tom. Look at the monitors here and pick the player. Identify this player performing at his social club night. And he's a good looking... Yes, Billy.
Would that be Gary Lyon?
That indeed would be Gary Lyon. I reckon we should see a bit more of that. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Give us a look. Oh, looking good there, guys. And I think that's about enough. All right.
Take up a diving career.
Just a quick score check. Bet you're happy about that now, Kerry. Tom 3, Billy 3, James 1. Lift your game, James. Okay, who uttered this great piece of football commentary? His arms rose up like 2 giant testicles.
Jack Dyer.
Jack Dyer is correct. And what was the name of the housekeeper in the Brady Bunch? Billy.
Someone's kicked the cat. Marge or something with it?
Tom, something? Anyone else? Tom. Any takers? Tom.
Alice.
The one, the only Tom Hastings. And our contestants this week, Bernie Quinlan, Kevin Sheedy and Neil Baum. Oh, mate, we'll get the 3 of you to test your buzzers. Bernie?
Why is it so?
And what was yours, Kev?
Why is it so?
Got the man... I don't think Neil knows his own.
Now let's go to one of the favourite segments from last year's show. It's back. It's all new. The new Footy Triathlon.
And yes, indeed, the Footy Show Triathlon is back. And we welcome welcome back our defending champion, Greg Williams, and from North Melbourne, John Longmire. The boys have to kick the footy from back here through the Sam Newman gob, and then we go over to the Footy Show quiz podiums to test your knowledge on football. And that's sort of the style that made Greg Williams the triathlon champion from last year. Don't forget about that time, Greg. Patting those away, and it's a perfect score. In fact, he's better than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, he is. 4. Wow. As we have a look at the time there, 20 seconds left on the clock. For a score of 5. Still 5. For a score of 6. And the final shot. There it is for a score of 6. Very well done, Greg. How many shots is that? I think that's enough shots at the basket. And let's have a few kicks at the target. And would you like a blindfold, Johnny? Maybe that'd help. Okay. And displaying some of the form that we're used to seeing in front of goals down there at North. And have a look, Johnny, go on.
Just goes to show you that diesel power will always beat horsepower. Here we are now in the heart of the footy season. Some very, very special moments for the Footy Show from season 1995.
Just like a quick mention too, the word Super League is already owned by Ernie Sigley, and I'm prepared to be the middleman negotiator for a very modest fee if Mr Murdoch wants to buy that title. Ernie owns it at the moment.
Trevor, you've got something to add.
Well, look, I just think it's totally out of proportion. I mean, $1 million for wedging your head up a bloke's clacker.
Sammy does it for free every second night.
It's all because of those young kids down there. They've really put up their hand and taken the bullet in the mouth, and they have, and they are really going along nicely. So
sounds like Poncho Funky Squad. He's taking a bullet in the mouth.
No, they're going on.
The silliest thing I've ever heard anyone say is you take a fully grown band of athletes into the shade when it's 21 degrees.
Well, let me put something else to you, Sam. The week before us, when Collingwood played Brisbane and won by how many goals, Dermot?
Plenty.
Where'd you go at three-quarter time?
I didn't play, Jason, but they went into the shade.
They went into the shade.
It was 29 degrees that day.
I didn't tell you that bit, Piggy, but I said they went into the shade.
Let me just say that you look for respite during a break, correct?
Look for?
Respite. You want me to spell it for you?
I know when he's serious. Suffice to say, we had honestly hundreds of letters about the great cracking the shits incident, and that's what it's been. It's not the Oxbow incident or the Pelican Brief. It's called the cracking the shits incident.
There's a goal umpire 2 foot behind us. There's another umpire at the 50-metre mark. Now, there's nothing wrong with standing next to your man and bumping into him and basically talking to him about things other than footy. And if that upsets them, well, then hard luck. I mean, why are they out there? I'm not holding them, impeding them from leading to the ball.
The general populace of Australia are just waiting for a fortnight when you do it to plugger.
Reassess it. I'm not stupid.
No.
I was going to say, a lot of players tag opposition players, not many of them give them a leg wax.
Almost Funniest Home Video, and the star is with us tonight. Jo Beth Taylor's dropped in. Good to see you, Jo Beth. You're in town, you're in Melbourne for the next couple of weeks doing the show?
Yeah, the first show is on Tuesday night, so we're really excited about it. Down here in sunny Melbourne. Notice Billy's excited over there.
Yeah. What's your
autograph? I got her autograph, mate. I am very, very excited. She is very good on the eye, this bird. And she does go all right. Look at this.
It's the Mutual Admiration Society. I told him he was a legend before. He's a legend.
Beautiful. To my mate and legend Billy, love always Jo Beth. Well, beautiful.
There you go.
You better be watching on Tuesday night.
Now, Jo Beth, who do you vote for?
Well, I'm a West Coast person, so I sort of go for West Coast. I knew that was going to happen, but, you know, I just enjoy the game. I sort of go for everybody.
You got a favourite player?
Ably.
Oh.
And Billy and Billy.
I don't think there'd be too many complaints in a Cardinia Park if Jo Beth went the pinchy on the
I
forward.
should really go.
She can do the fat test.
Skin fold test. Skin fold, I think you meant to say. Skin fold test.
I'm tipping that Billy Brownless will be on trial by video when he gets home to his lovely wife tonight.
Yes, hello, Nicky. All television, mate. All television. Good television.
Dermot and I knocked that back, actually, Ed.
Yeah, sorry?
Two married men, Dermot and I, we knocked back the offer.
I don't think it'll bother Nikki. She's probably hurdled off down the highway with Hugh Grant by now.
We're happily married. She's very happy. I'm married.
Surely not. Say we were unlucky.
No,
we were
I
probably
wouldn't have thought
behind
that.
for the most part of the day, but credit to Geelong, they were pretty good actually. I mean, it was a funny sort of game. As you say, we're 4 points down three-quarter time, but we couldn't quite get there.
Mate, no thoughts of yourself lining up on Kerry?
Not if I have any say.
Playing beautiful
Let us in
football.
on it. I mean, we can't say that and not
Well,
let the
no,
public
it's
know.
not appropriate to this game. It's appropriate to the next game.
Well, why bring it up now?
Well, he said that he thought that you thought that I think maybe you didn't say this. Adelaide were very stiff with some of the decisions.
You can't say
Well,
that.
I alluded to that off air.
You're blaming you can't say that.
No,
I
he's
didn't
not
actually
saying it
say
on
that.
air.
I kind of said that, but I'm not allowed to
costing
say that because of
1,500
the
to
league
him.
rules.
Trevor.
While we're barrelling Dermot over the off-air state, I heard you before, overheard you, Dermot, when you were talking. You said Gavin Brown was a really nice guy. Now, I wanted to ask you, how disappointing is it to go to Collingwood and find there's actually a couple of nice blokes down there?
Eddie in Collingwood. There's no such thing as a nice Collingwood guy. Talking about guys and gals, get a load of a few of these that Sammy's dug up.
There. Yes. I wasn't even allowed into the football with that, let alone the members' dining room.
I like it. It's good.
What is it?
It's a bong.
Is that what we thought? It was a phone. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a bong.
You realise I couldn't even get into the football with this, let alone into the members' dining room?
That's terrible.
Shocking, isn't it?
It's terrible, really, and it can't to shout down it.
It's not a telephone, madam. It's a bong.
Bomb?
No, not a bomb. A bong. It's not a bomb. You were about to make it an exit there, weren't you? No, you put... I don't know what it is here. They told us it was a bong. Apparently you take it and you go a bit stupid.
Yeah, there, just please.
One of them.
What's that?
Looks like one of those things you put out in the toilet.
Put out in the toilet?
Yeah. No?
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, there's a Bucci jar. There's a Bucci jar thing.
Bucci jar?
What they play like in the blackfellas.
Didgeridoo?
Well, same thing.
Don't worry, I'm not going to speak to him. I've been warned off. Look at the camera. Oh, you're...
No, go away.
How's it going? You about to light it, mate?
Was.
Yeah, don't blow all over it.
All right, I won't.
And you wouldn't be able to get into the MCG members doing that. You realise that, don't you?
I realise, yeah.
I think there's a fair chance that you won't be allowed in anyhow.
Yeah, true.
Don't mind if I just pinch a couple of these leaves, do you, mate? All right. Beautiful. I'd like to know.
Ask him about Fitzroy.
This is going well there. I thought doing about 8-way turf talk here. Now, what are you doing? Would you like a cigarette? Look, I could give you a cigarette. Why don't you get into a real cigarette?
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the batteries aren't included. This is what we call fun in Melbourne. It's not the Grammys. It's not the Oscars. G'day, Eddie. How are you, son?
Hi, Sam. How are
It's the Brownlow. And isn't it exciting? We're very happy to be here, but long after the great questions of who has won the medal and why have been asked, the real pertinent questions will be on everyone's lips. Who were they here with? And what did they wear? And what did they look like? Come with me and we'll have a look. It's a magnificent scene here as we speak. And David, you must be very, very proud of the year.
Yeah, pretty happy with it.
I'm not talking about the football, I'm talking about the year of knowing this woman.
Yeah, so am I, Sam. Yeah, very happy with it.
And pardon me for being impertinent, but what was your name? Just
Amber.
Amber. Amber. And wearing a red dress to boot too. Isn't that sensational? Now, don't get a shot of her legs, because we'll get letters. Now, tell me this, Kerry. How many of these have you been to?
This is my fourth.
And have you been a blonde every time you've been?
I hate to say it, I have.
No, don't be hate to say it. Absolutely enchanting. I couldn't help noticing, Rebecca, that you are resplendent. You look sensational. Is it all right to say that?
That's all right, Sam.
And what do you do?
I'm a student studying law at...
A student? Oh, you go to school, do you?
At university.
My heart took a bit of a beat there when you said you went to school. I just thought I'd give Ed the thrill of standing next to someone who might be over 5'4".
Well, that's great. She's thrilled with you. She loves you very much, like most... oh, well, you're a bit old for him, darling.
Put him up on blocks or up on the hoist. What's the first thing we'd get done?
I'd like abs. A good set of abs.
A good set of abs. From what I've seen in the changing rooms at 9, he's got a sensational set of abs.
Where did you see them? They're well
God,
hidden.
the first thing he does when he comes in, he gets all the gear off and punches around there. It's sensational.
They're obviously well hidden because they're not there.
Well, we're trying to whisper. We don't want to interrupt Channel 2's preview of the Brownlow, so we're paying respects to the dead. Now, tell me this. This is Raylene Hawkins. Isn't she a sensation? You are a sensation,
Thanks very
Raylene.
much, Sam. That's wonderful of you to say.
And what about Dougie? Do you think he should push on next year?
He's done the skip.
That's all right. What's he got, Donald Duck there? Well, that's appropriate. Now, tell me this. Do you think he should push on next year?
Do you like stand this close? It's really actually intimidating for women.
Oh, pardon me.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry about that. How's the height of the microphone? Is that intimidating?
That's fine. No, that's actually okay.
Got any form off the field, Rochelle, let's be honest.
He definitely has.
Has he? What a charming couple. In fact, it's a charming threesome. We only want your permission, Jim. Is it all right if we train the camera on your girlfriend here as she goes up the stairs? Is that all right?
You have to ask Tanya.
Tanya, will it be all right if we just get a look at the old pins as you go up the stairs?
If you take
Say
James as well.
Right, we'll get James's as well. Keep tight on Tanya's pins, will you? Here we go. Thank you very much. Oh, they are pins, mate. I've never seen pins like that ever in my life. Magnificent. Magnificent woman, Jim. Tanya actually had perfect legs, feet at one end.
Not bad pinch on old bloke. Last me 18 years of playing VFL and AFL footy. Now for the grand final episode.
week been for you?
No, it's been an interesting week, of course. Now that North are out, the training's finished for the year, and I've been reacquainting myself with the girlfriend, and we've been trying a few different ways to sort of liven up the sex life a little.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we've actually tried a few things, and this week we've been trying dressing up and playing a scene.
Oh, yeah?
Which is not bad fun, and you don't take it too seriously, of course, until one night my girlfriend says, do my favourite, do the one where you put on a balaclava and come leaping out of the wardrobe. And I said, I've never done that. Things have changed somehow.
All right, Trevor, we'll leave you there to contemplate your relationship. And, of course, look what I found, Sam, on the way in.
Oh, Eddie, please, you've got a
I found another
with
one.
metal and pewter. Where's the base? Here's the base.
There it is.
We'll put it up there, because that's the big emblem there.
There you go. This is the one thereafter on Saturday, the Grand Final Cup, and quite appropriate. It's got the navy blue on one side and the blue and white of Geelong on the other. Yeah. That is the Grand Final trophy. That is what everyone in football is after. But there is another big prize in football, and that is being fought for right now out at the Royal Melbourne Showgrounds. And to take us through what's going out there, let's cross now to Russell Gilbert. Russell.
Thanks, Eddie. Well, Eddie, I'll have to tell you what I'm doing here. I was having fun at the show. I bought some show bags. I bought the Geelong show bag. I bought the Fitzroy bag, which actually has a blow-up coach in it. But I'm really here to actually host the mini muscle. What happens is we have 14 mini minors and 14 teams. Each team has 3 players in it, and one member of each team will sprint 60 metres to the car, then jump in the car, and then the other 2 players will then proceed to push the car 60 metres to the finish line. It's going to be jam-packed action here. We've got 14 teams, 14 players, mini muscle, $5,000 first prize. I've got a few of the players here. I've got Rowan Smith from Footscray here. Ro, how do you think you'll go? I did hear that after the Geelong game against Footscray, Joycey made you push the bus, so this should be a lot easier.
Practice after that final, so I think we'll do all right tonight.
And I did hear they were going to actually have all the cars locked up without the keys, but a lot of people protested because they thought the Footscray players had an advantage. And I also have Damien Monkhurst with me from Collingwood. You're not doing the sprint, Dame?
Well, they wanted me to, but no, I'm going for the push, mate.
You're going for the push? Yeah. And what about the hat? What's with the hat?
Supporting Eastern Rangers, mate, and hiding the haircut.
How's the haircut? I don't know if this is true. I actually heard when Damien Monkhurst got home after their haircut, his wife didn't even bat an eyelid. She thought it was Mil Hanna dropping in again after he left for work. I'm not too sure. But Eddie, make sure you get back to me a little bit later for the live mini muscle, $5,000, 14 teams. Get back here later. See ya.
Go on to Russell Gilbert. Boys, first of all, Paul Kelly's win. Doom, you played with him last year. A tremendous win, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Brownlow?
good bloke. He's a ripper bloke and loves everything that the bloke would like. So it's good that, I mean, he likes a beer and he likes getting out with the boys, and it's good that he won it because he's a very hard worker.
This is the era of the new age man, though. Doom, you're a snag.
Me?
Or a burnt snag, at least, anyway.
I'm a snab, mate. Sensitive new age bogan. That's me.
Just in recent memory, Dermot, just give us a Brownlow winner that hasn't been a bloke's bloke, just as a matter of interest.
Did you ever win it? Hey? Did you ever win it?
No, just in
Dipper.
recent memory.
He's a pussycat.
We're certainly keen. The boys have trained well all week. They're super keen really to play, and can't wait to get out there at Saturday 2:30 and get into it.
Now, anyone down there, Bill, you might like to answer this, or anyone, as I say, I'm not making light of this, but there's been a lot of emphasis placed on the decompression chamber down there to sort out injuries and someone's mental capacity. Would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, surely I'd love to comment on that.
Thanks, Bill.
Well, come on, Brad, we all get in the decompression chamber. There's been big play mentioned about all that.
There's been a few of us in there. I don't know if it works, but...
What happens?
You just sit in there for 2 hours, read stick books and play cards.
Brad, sorry, mate, but it's supposed to get rid of the swelling in there. Really, the feeling around Geelong, usually the whole town goes berserk. Golly. Has the lid been kept on it?
In the decompression chamber?
No, in the town.
No, it has, mate. It really has been very quiet up until this week. Obviously, we made the grand final, and the town has gone wild, and we had 10 to 12,000 at training tonight. But before that, it was very calm, and really the expectations are really for the players to win this grand final. I'm sure from the supporters.
Hey, Billy, is Nikki, your wife, still there?
The Dale's around, yep.
Yeah, do you want to bring Nikki in, or we might just ask Nikki what it's been like?
Come in here. Sounds like a sheepdog.
Nick, can we ask you what it's been like to put up with Billy during the week? It must be hard for a footballer's wife in a week like this with training and media commitments and just the pressure of the game on the place.
No, not at all. He's
Thank
been
you.
very calm. I've been the one that's been tense and a bit out of control, but no, Billy's been good.
Yeah? You're telling lies or what, Nick? Now tell us, you absolutely gave him a belting when he came back from the show that time after J. Beth Taylor. Apparently you rang up and you went out with the girls and left him at home.
I just gave him what he deserved.
Can I just, this is the first time Billy, obviously a very tall man, we never get to see the top of his head. Is that and next year it might be worse. Is that a bit of a KB smother coming on there, Billy? Oh, right.
I can't hear you, mate. I was wondering, did you get the Oakley there?
Yeah, Oakley, great sunglasses, looking for some yourself.
Trev.
Get it off!
Yeah, Billy, you want to take that wig back, mate? It's got a big hole in it.
Saying early injury scare for Geelong. Gary Ablett, just an early scare there. He was out taking a stroll and was hit by a passing motorboat, so apparently he's...
Get set, go! Away they go now, and over the inside, Stuart Anderson and Paul Hopkins began quickly. Coming through for the Swans now with a good run. Here is Simon Garlick. They change over. There's the change over now, and away quickly is North Melbourne coming through quickly. Sydney Fitzroy followed by Essendon. Over on the inside, and it's North Melbourne just in front. Harbour out wide here, finishing quickly. St Kilda and Essendon. Essendon and St Kilda. St Kilda, Essendon. They go to the line. The Saints. I think the Saints may have got up from Essendon. So we're heading over now to Russell, who's over there in the presentation area. $5,000 going the way of the Saints. You there, Russ?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm actually here. How do you feel after that, boys?
Brilliant.
He said not very good. So how do you feel?
Had to be you.
Can you believe this? I have been accused of being sexist. Now, you couldn't believe that, could you?
No, no way.
What do you reckon? Can you believe that?
Believe it. I watch the Footy Show every Thursday night and I believe it.
Is that right? Well, look, thank you very much for speaking us. What a magnificent breast you've got too, madam. You've got a bit of a swagger up there. Did you used to be on the stage as a hoofer?
No, not as a hoofer, actually, no.
I'll tell you one thing, madam. If you'd been on the stage, there was never any danger that you would have fallen on your face. And what are you?
We do fingernails. We do fingernails.
Say hand jobs, weren't you?
I was. It's a good job I'm not a hairdresser, isn't it?
Sam, you've broken the rank, mate. You're not ready to go yet.
Doesn't matter. Nothing's happening, doesn't matter. I actually thought I'd be better at this than I am. Now go on, say pith helmet.
This hell.
Yeah, now where are you from?
My mother.
I wouldn't say that, really. What's the worst thing a woman's ever said to you out here?
No.
Well, you've got to go out, look at the ball, come back and signal to the central umpire.
Sammy Newman, you get sillier every day.
You've had a birthday, have you?
Yeah. Go away, will you, you cheeky devils?
Beautifully said, madam. Beautiful. Would you be a good girl with me if I came round and asked you out?
Well, I don't know. When I get the devil in me, I'll do anything.
I'm a good friend of Dougie Organ. I come from Footscray. And Dougie Organ said you was a dickhead, but he could be right. Would Dougie Organ be right or what?
And I'm a dickhead?
Yeah, he said.
He said that, did he?
Yeah, Dougie Organ
More
said
importantly,
that.
what are you saying? What are you looking at? What are you saying?
Well, I reckon Dougie Organs might have been right.
Sorry about your leg.
Yeah.
And I'm from Queensland. The only football I'm interested in is rugby league, but hope your leg gets better.
Maybe. Next year we'll see. Have a pair of shorts in the bank and put them on for us. We have a look at the old pins.
Oh, I haven't got bad legs.
Yes, a look. Yes, a look.
I'll
Just
get
up
my
to your knees.
dress. Why don't you mind your own business?
What better way to end street talk than what I think most people in the whole country would have liked to have said to Sam at some stage. Mate, an exemplary year with street talk again.
Yes, another very big year of sorting out the cretins from the riffraff, and I think the cretins won hands down.
That
It's getting a bit hot for you as the captain, trying to keep the heat off the old bonds there, mate. Was it the carnival atmosphere? You could have taken this down to the beach, down at Surface after the game.
This is just the sort of stupidity that annoys me.
We want to do a few travel tips for people who go on holidays and their travel photos don't quite come out okay. Here's a couple of recent examples. As you see, the problem is, I mean, the looks on the faces. If you're going to have your photo taken to be shown all around the world, I suggest something like... Are they actually televising the Hugh Grant trial, Ed?
Not yet, I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what, a few people can't wait for Exhibit A.
On the rack, who's a hawk? If you want the news, just hear me talk. I'm not that tall, I may be small. Let's with me, you'll take a fall. Rat rap. Rat rap. Oh yeah! They love my hair, they love my smile. I'll tell you what, that's got style. Let's dance.
Sammy Newman.
Well, Eddie, I tipped Carlton to win the grand final after round 3 when they beat Footscray by 98 points. And if I've ever been sure of anything, Trevor, I can guarantee you that Geelong will win on Saturday. I don't like to go back on predictions. They're a little more urgent, they're a little more desperate, and if they don't win it this year, they'll never win it.
I just wanted to mention I'm out at the AFL Sensation tomorrow, and of course they've got a great innovation there, the AFL theme park. It's got some great things. It's got the Collingwood roller coaster, the Hawthorn slide, and the Sam Newman zipper, which is well, it's more of a lucky dip, that one. And of course, they've also got the clowns from the Footscray Outer, so that should be massive.
Fair enough, Trev. And of course, I'd just like to thank everybody associated with the Footy Show for this year, but particularly to the viewing public and our great crowd tonight in the audience. It's been fantastic.
More than a game, or the fortune of fame.